Purchasing a home is one of the biggest ticket item a homeowner would have. And before you buy a home, you want to know the condition of the house. And to discuss that, we have with us Andy Fritchie, owner operator of Pillar to Post Home Inspectors, a, a company based in Downingtown, Chester County. Andy, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much, Bipin. It's great to be here.
Hey, Andy, last 2 3 years have been crazy.
Sure.
When people trying to buy a home had to forego home inspections, and that is something I never recommend to my home buyers. However, the market was such that home sellers had a very upper hand, and they could demand, they would give the home to somebody else who was skipping home inspection and many other contingencies.
Sure.
However, we all know how important it is to know everything you want to know so that you are the best informed consumer.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
There was a period of time where the market shifted, and you know, waiving may be something that is a necessary aspect to purchasing a home, but completely skipping the inspection is not advised. There are ways to get information only inspections or post settlement inspections. We highly encourage you to take advantage of those when purchasing and making an investment of this size.
right. So Andy, for those of the audience members who do not know who is Andy and are not familiar with pillar to post home inspectors, give them a little backstory on who you are and how you become an expert home inspector.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, my name is Andy. I'm a husband of 13 years almost, and father of 5 children, wonderful kids and family. We've lived in Downingtown for about 10 years. And I grew up in South Florida, moved here when I got married, and I've loved living in Chester County. It's so beautiful. And we have family here. And I started my Pillar to Post home inspection franchise during COVID, actually in 2020. So has been quite an adventure, but has been such a delight to build my brand and get my name out there and provide confidence and assurance for people who are making one of the largest purchases in their lives. And Pillar to Post is the largest home inspection company in North America that spans the U.S. and Canada. And the resources that we have are immense and thorough. And I love being a part of this group. We just had our brand conference a week or two ago and got to meet a lot of the franchise owners across the nation and the continent, really. And it's a great company that is providing great services to people all over North America.
Yeah, I did notice you guys were having too much fun at that conference.
We were. Yeah, it was in Puerto Rico, and we just had a blast and learned a lot, and we're able to collaborate together and really get us excited for this new year of helping and serving people.
Absolutely, you have to have a mix of learning and entertaining, fun. So yeah, that's good.
That's right.
Now, what are the different home inspection services do you offer? And on the screen we have about your home inspection package. So why don't you begin with that, and then we dive into different home inspection services you offer.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we just want to be very convenient for people to call upon and get what they need. So giving our clients options for levels of services that they may need is something that I think is very beneficial. So our company provides 3 different package levels. You can see them listed there as Plus, Premium, and Prestige. Our Plus inspection package is the standard, the industry standard visual inspection going through the entire building and visually evaluating and testing everything that we can and providing you a report on the very same day. If you would like additional services, which we may get into discussing what they are throughout this show, but the premium package adds like an infrared camera scan of the entire property and the electrical panel. We're checking for moisture leaks. We're checking for missing insulation. We're checking for hot spots in the electrical components, things like that. We also provide a 360-degree virtual tour for our clients so that they can really be in the room while they're looking through our comments and pictures. We provide measured floor plans of the home, so there's no longer a need to pull out a measuring tape. And several other things with the premium package. And then the Prestige adds on lab testing. So we partner with a lab that can help us assess the mold levels in the air and determine how healthy the home is for somebody who might have sensitivities that way.
And also homes that are older than 1978, you also do lead tests, right?
That's right. We have additional services, like lead testing, asbestos testing. I know that the Realtors Associations have started requiring lead testing in some counties. So yes, we do provide a lead screening, and our laboratory handles that for us. We do water testing, well inspections. We do radon testing, termite inspection. So as you're trying to find out as much information as possible and looking for signs of damaged areas or signs of vulnerability for insects or water, you can turn to us and we'll be very thorough for you to find those things.
Right. Yeah, those things are pretty important. And then you mentioned on the screen, on the slide, it says you also provide repair cost and life expectancy guide and maintenance advice. Why don't you delve into that?
That's right. Every client will get a digital report, but we also provide an inspection binder. So it's a tangible item that you'll receive. And inside there, we have, like a settlement slots for your paperwork that you're having to sign and collect for the transaction, kind of like a filing system. We do provide free to our customers cost estimates of what repairs would be based off of our summary page. So the main items in the report get itemized, so you can have a place to start when trying to budget for things. We use a company called Punch List to help us with that. And yeah, I am available for maintenance advice for my clients as long as they live in the home. Something that I feel is very important, that they have somewhere to turn. If you need a contractor referral or, hey, a new stain appeared, where might this be coming from? Well, I went through the house for them, and I might be able to guide them and help them take care of that even long term. And so I love being a resource for my clients and my agents to answer questions and provide peace of mind in home ownership.
Right. Now, before scheduling the home inspection, what kind of preparation does the homeowner has to do to make your job easier?
So the seller who is allowing us to come in could make it a lot easier if they provided clearance for several areas, including the attic hatch and the electrical panel, allowing us to get visual assessment on those items and get into those areas, making sure all the utilities are on. I have been to many properties where the gas was not turned on, the electricity was not turned on, the water was not turned on. So, running through maybe with your listing agent, what are some things that we could prepare the house for a home inspection company to come in and be able to access everything for full disclosure.
And utilities can be an issue mainly where the home is unoccupied.
Yes. Yeah. Often, nothing's being used, so
Right,
they'll
right.
shut things
Yeah.
down. But if a home inspection is being scheduled, the homeowner should, in advance of that, make sure that those things are in good working order.
Right. Uh, I think yesterday I saw your Instagram post about the infrared. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. A home that was newly constructed, I inspected this week. If you're just looking at it with the naked eye, it was just a clean wall, no issues visibly. But when I put my thermal camera on to it, you could see significant cold areas in rectangular and square shaped sections. And what that means for us is that insulation was not installed in those areas, and it creates a lot of energy loss in that section of the home, and drafty conditions that can be uncomfortable, and can cause you to have to pay a higher energy bill, a utility bill, because your heating system is working a lot harder, your cooling system is working harder. And so we were
Absolutely.
able to identify that for our client, and the builders should have that repaired for them, which is great.
Right, right, absolutely. So it is so very important.
Yeah, and that is included in our premium and prestige packages only. It is an
Uh-huh.
upgrade inclusion, but very popular. Most of our clients choose our middle package, which gets them the infrared camera scans, and all of this that actually you see on the screen right now.
Are you also offering the collateral sewer inspection with the camera?
So I partner with plumbers and septic
Okay.
services,
Right, right.
and kind of outsource that to them,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
if there's repairs needed, it's kind of just a one stop. You
Right,
have
right.
them
Yeah.
come, and they can also do the repairs and give recommendations on
Right, right.
improvements. So it's actually more streamlined that way, as opposed
Uh-huh.
to me doing it and then
Right,
them
right,
coming
right. No,
out again.
absolutely. Having an expert there definitely helps everybody.
Yes. Yes, and our job is to defer to them. They work in those sectors all the time, and I'm looking for signs and evidence of issues, but then referring you to an expert, a specialist who can take the best care of you.
Right, right. So the floor plan is so important when a home buyer is looking. It just gives them so much comfort that they know what kind of home we are going to see, and
Yes.
if when they have the home inspection already done, it definitely saves them so much time.
Yes, we're trying to keep things moving forward, and these modern technological advances that we now provide, including this virtual tour that you see here, and a measured floor plan, and a mapped out view of the home, just allows you to begin to continue to plan, like, will my furniture fit here, for decoration purposes,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
getting into that room and showing a contractor what that room exactly looks like. They don't actually have to come out and set up an appointment. They
Right,
can see the square footage. They can see the room in question, provide you estimates a lot quicker for what you need.
right. Absolutely. Now let us jump into some of the other services that you offer. Uh, like the home inspection. Just you have the list.
Yeah. So again, we're trying to get everywhere that we can, and document what we're finding on that day of our appointment. And it creates a record that you can refer to and negotiate from, and just utilize in terms of caring for the home. And it goes beyond just me writing down what's in the house and what's going on with the house and what worked and what didn't. But we also provide things like a home manual, which you see here, and that comes in the version of an app. We also provide a digital report for that as well. But every data plate gets uploaded into that app, and you get information on every appliance in the home. And you can order filters straight from that app. You can, order parts straight from that app. It's really interactive and helpful for homeownership.
I mean, just imagine you want to order a filter, then you have to go back to the system to check it out, and now you make it available so that it takes the guesswork out of it and saves home buyers so much time.
That's right. That's right. We are really furnishing them with everything that they need.
Right.
And as you can see here, with our added services, our area generally has higher levels of radon gas in homes, as the uranium rock is prevalent in our area. Termites, subterranean termites, are very common in our area because of the just wooded regions that we have, and homes that are set back in kind of very areas full of trees and all. A lot of our areas have wells, and it's a kind of an older area. It's got a lot of history here, and so we find a lot of older homes that might have lead, asbestos, things like that, standards that are no longer accepted in modern times. So it's important to evaluate all these things and have a professional look through all that.
Absolutely. The lead is not the lead, but the radon. A high number of Pennsylvania homes have radon, so that is something very, very important.
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter what kind of foundation you have. It could be a mobile home or a manufactured home. It could be a slab on grade, a home with a basement. It could be new construction. Actually, I have seen higher levels in new construction homes, which is very surprising, because most of them, if not all of them nowadays, have a passive pipe installed without a fan on it. But with the way that they seal up those homes to create this energy efficiency building, to meet all of these standards that they have nowadays, it really is trapping this radon gas in the home in some cases. And they have these large air circulation systems that really draft that into the home. And so even having a radon test in a new construction home is very important. I've seen levels up to the 90s to 100s in some of those, and the mitigation level is 4.0. So,
Right.
yeah.
Now, I'm glad you mentioned about new construction, because some home buyers say, "Hey, it's a new construction. Why do I need a home inspection?"
Yeah.
And as you rightly mentioned earlier, that even new construction homes have some deficiencies. No home is perfect. Let's put it
That's
that
right.
way. So for a new construction, do you offer multiple levels of inspections?
We still have the plus, premium, and prestige options. But we also do, for new construction, we have 3 levels, 3 phases that they can tap into during that process of building. The first is a pre-drywall inspection.
Right.
I just did one of those yesterday, and basically before they enclose the walls, we want to make sure that the framing, the electrical lines, the plumbing lines throughout the home, and the foundation walls and all of that are in good shape, have been installed properly, and don't have any weak areas or compromised areas before it's enclosed. And then we offer them a pre-settlement inspection. Once everything has been finished, your home should be perfect. It's not been lived in yet. It is ready to be moved into. Well, is it? Is it ready to be moved in? And is there anything that needs to be tightened up or repaired prior to that? We want to capture that for them. And then lastly, 11 months after settlement, right before that 1-year mark, we encourage new homeowners to get a builder warranty inspection. The builder provides 1 year coverage on everything in the home, including your roof and all the systems. And so 11 months in, let's capture how things have been performing,
Right.
and any defects that have resulted from use. And the builder will, in most cases, repair pretty much all of those things because they have guaranteed that it will be in
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
shape for a year.
Right.
And so it can save you a ton of money, paying a professional to come in and inspect it. That fee will be much lower than generally what we're finding in
Right. Right.
those homes.
And now, in terms of home inspection, home buyers want to know what the home inspection would cover. And there are times when home buyers, after looking at an inspection, say, "Hey, you didn't expect, what is behind the wall," and I know that no home is perfect. However, your report talks about minor issues that can be fixed, as well as all the major issues that buyers should be aware of. So we need to set the expectations here for the home buyer. What does the home inspection cover and what it does not? So why don't you talk about that?
Yeah, thank you. It's very important, especially for real estate agents like yourself, to set proper expectations for clients coming into a home inspection. And we will do the same to educate them on what I will do and what I will not be doing. This is a visual inspection of the entire property, basic, typical homeowner approach testing. Like, does the heating system work? Well, you're going to use the thermostat and turn it on. And if it turns on like it should and runs throughout every room, well, that is what we're looking for. If I have to adjust something and, disassemble, I'm not going to disassemble anything, right? Like I'm not going to pull something apart to try and see if we can get it to work. We want to just know, if you live in this home, can you do the typical approach to get it to turn on? And if it doesn't, we're going to just call that out and ask for repair.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. And, we're not going to, we really can't see behind walls. I'm not going to be pulling any fixtures off or opening any receptacles. But we do remove covers, like for the electrical panel. We do get in the attic. We go into every closet and every space of the home, as long as it's safe. Get in crawl spaces if they're large enough to fit us.
Right. And you also go on the roof, right?
That's right. Yep. If it's sometimes we'll use a drone to capture HD quality images of the roof structure, and we can get great zoom quality on those images. And sometimes I'll walk the roof. Both are helpful and insightful, and trying to just get the age and current condition of that roof to make sure that there's no major deficiencies and areas where it's leaking. And so we're very thorough, but we also have limitations that are realistic. It's not a cop out. It's just there are things that we in our standard of practice don't do.
And then if you see something is wrong with the electricals or HVAC or plumbing, you would recommend to the buyer that, hey, get a licensed plumber or inspector or electrician or HVAC expert to further investigate and see what the problem is, right?
That's right. Always referring to specialists and professionals, not encouraging handyman work or the homeowner to take on things. We want to make sure that they are set up for success. And there are things like, hey, this wire looks concerning. It looks, maybe it's aluminum and it should be copper. Well, sometimes it's just coated in a tin color, and you have to pull the wire out to see actually that the material is completely copper interiorly, but coated in a silvery looking color. Well, I'm not going to pull the wire at a home inspection, right? We're going to ask an electrician to pull that wire and make sure it is copper and not aluminum. And that's just one example of why, if I'm seeing signs of something concerning, I will refer you to a specialist.
Same way you go to your primary physician, if they see something is wrong, they'll send you to a specialist.
Yes, that's a great analogy, actually, for what we do. We are general practitioners who have been very thoroughly trained and have a lot of experience in our case, homes, which are very similar to the human body. It's kind of interesting, right? The plumbing system,
Right.
the nervous system, the electrical system,
Yep.
things like that, the skeletal system with the structure and all of that. It's very fascinating, actually.
Mhm.
And we work very similar to a general practitioner who would look for signs, have an evaluation, and then refer to specialists in each of the areas of need.
Right. Now, what is your area of service?
So my franchise is primarily Chester County and Delaware County.
Mhm.
However, if I'm working with agents in those areas, a lot of times they will go out to Philadelphia County or Lancaster
Right.
County
Right.
or
Right.
Berks County,
Mhm.
Montgomery County, wherever it may be. And I will follow my,
Yeah.
my agents who have clients going out into those other
Yeah.
counties. I cannot inspect in another state,
Mhm.
despite being nationally certified. Some states require certain licensure.
Right.
And
Right.
right now I am just sticking to Pennsylvania, Southeastern.
Absolutely. Yeah. The area that you're serving is huge.
It really is. It really is. We
Right.
pretty
Right.
much have like an hour radius around
Yeah.
Downingtown, and that gets me pretty far. So
Right. Right.
there are a
Right.
ton
Right.
of homes in this area,
And
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 so
in the last 10 years, Chester County has seen a lot of construction and a lot of migration from neighboring counties and states.
absolutely, people moving from the inner city of
Yeah.
Philadelphia, out to the suburbs.
Yeah.
There has been an influx in home ownership in this area. So
Right.
yeah,
So you're based in Chester County.
yes.
So how you said you've been doing this for like 3 years now? Is that right?
Yes, I did contract work before that, but my franchise has been open since 2020.
So what kind of contract? What did you do before?
Yeah, I worked as a painting contractor for a few
Oh,
years,
uh-huh.
doing finish work in this area.
Mhm.
And then I also did commercial renovations, restoring commercial properties to like a blank slate for the next
Mhm.
person to
Mhm.
come in.
Right. Right.
And I also have a degree in physical therapy. It's
Oh,
kind of
wow.
interesting. You see the correlation with the human body, right? Like that's what I went to school for that back when I was younger, and I did
Right.
work in rehab for a while, and it was really
Uh-huh.
great. But I long to be in the real estate space, and so I transitioned to that in 2020, and it's been wonderful. I mean, it's great for analogies. So
Right. Absolutely.
and it taught me a lot about client care, customer
Mhm.
care, being a good listener
Right.
to
Right.
people in a very stressful time. And so I was very used to that, working with patients who were, in discomfort.
Mhm.
And so I feel like I do a really good job of making sure I have good bedside manner, right? Like in
Right.
being able to communicate well with my clients
Yeah.
who just have a lot of questions, a lot of worries and concerns, and I try to
Right.
calm that down and give them clarity.
And how are you uh, working in the community besides doing home inspection? How are you engaged?
Yeah. Um, well, our family has a history of foster and adoption. Our daughters were adopted
Oh, wow.
out of the foster care system, and we really try to champion that space and help
Mhm.
other families accomplish the same thing and grow their family through adoption. It's just a wonderful process, a challenging process, but very rewarding.
Yes.
And so we do work with our church group for mentoring and just providing a space of community for those who are in that part of life. We also partner with some of the community centers around, including the West Side Community Center and the Bridge Academy, the West Side Community Center in Westchester, Bridge Academy in Coatesville. And we have gone to a lot of their events. And I also have done a lot with men's, a lot of men's groups, trying to get guys together in community and not be isolated and all. And so I put on events for guys in the Chester County area to just gather and make friends. And a lot of times we'll support those community centers that way with like a poker tournament where we have buy-ins and all that money goes to the community centers and all that. So
Yeah, Chester County is a great place to live, work, and visit. And, we are very fortunate that there is so much, there is something for everybody in Chester County. And I'm
Absolutely.
glad you are, giving back to the community, because we are all in it together, and
Yes,
helping one another only lifts us and everybody else. So
that's right.
that is great. Now, uh, let us just briefly summarize what we talked about. Uh, in Give it a minute and a half to talk about all the things that we discussed today.
Yeah, so my name is Andy Fritchie. I'm a Pillar to Post home inspector and franchise owner. My job is to ensure confident home ownership, to make sure that you are protected when making a big purchase of a home, investigating the entire building and all the systems to make sure that there's nothing major going on, or if there is, to disclose that to you and explain it to you and guide you through the process of resolving that. We provide package options for tailored to whatever your needs are at that time, added services that evaluate other areas, including the well, including, lead testing, things like that, termite inspection, radon testing, to make sure the home is healthy and safe for you. My franchise provides home warranties, including a 90-day home warranty on the mechanical systems and the main structure of the building. It provides protection on the sewer lateral line. It provides protection on mold, and it gives a 5-year roof leak protection plan for every client who has a home inspection with me. These things I'm trying to provide to ensure peace of mind during this, what could be a stressful process, to streamline things and make sure my clients are taken care of. And I serve the Chester County, Delaware County areas and the surrounding regions of southeastern Pennsylvania. I'm a local family man who just wants to be a great resource for people in this area and support my real estate agents with education and partnership, and just make this a wonderful experience for new homeowners that either are building or taking on previously owned property, and so that this can be just a wonderful experience for them.
And the best way for them to contact you if they need information or book a home inspection?
Yeah, booking a home inspection is really easy on my website. You can go to pillartopost.com/Andy Fritchie. You can also text me at my personal cell number that you see on the screen. You can call my office number, or you can email me at andy.fritchie@pillartopost.com. I'm very available and very responsive. So any of those means can get a notification to me or reach me directly, and we'll get you set up quickly.
And you are active on Facebook and Instagram too.
Yeah, you can follow me on social media. It's kind of fun to show you kind of what I'm seeing and
Right.
just have a little bit of a laugh about some odd things that come up.
Right. Andy, I appreciate you joining me today to give our customers great insight into how a home inspection works and what it does and what it does not, so that they have an understanding of what to expect.
Absolutely. Thank you for
And
having me, Bipin. And
sure,
I really want to just applaud you for educating your clients, educating your audience as well as you do, going out of your way to provide resources for people and introduce people to great services in our area. So thank you.
it's my pleasure. I started this just at the onset of pandemic, because small businesses are the lifeline of the community.
Hmm.
We depend on small businesses, and small businesses depend on us as a community. And
Yeah.
many times we don't know what is out there, what product and services are available. Going to a small business is, you get so much more than the service. You get that personal level of commitment.
Yes.
And I have been a beneficiary of receiving great service from small businesses. So this is a way for me to uh, inform and educate our community of what is out there. And uh, I have made a lot of great friends and connections with the amazing people who have engaged and who have been a guest on my show.
Yeah.
We do this show every Saturday at 10 o'clock, live on Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And next Saturday we'll have another guest. So do join us every
Absolutely.
Saturday at 10. Uh, my Facebook page is called Life is Good in Chester County. Life is good. And we appreciate, if you have any suggestions on who should be our next guest, please reach out to me. And Andy, thank you again for joining us. I look forward to working with you again soon. And enjoy your day.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.